Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley, and this is the story time. I would like to share the creation story of my son Nile. Now, I've mentioned before that story time is a project for my memoir. Like, I'm going to be working on this and my memoir together, and they're going to be footnoted and whatever. So I've already written this creation story, and I actually wrote it to Nile, from me to Nile. But I just want to read it. So I have you propped up on my computer, and my document is right here. So I'm just going to read Nile's creation story that I wrote to him. It's a really beautiful story, and I haven't shared it with a lot of folks. So let me just turn down this movie. It's kind of loud. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read this. Okay, so Nile Valley Mapantuzi's creation story. You are magic, you are mystic, you are divine, my love. You chose us, I called you here, and this is the story of us. Today is September 21st, 2019. This is the time of the fall equinox. Last year, on the fall equinox, I was attending a sweat lodge with Auntie Delisha, Uncle Ray, Mother Eagle Turtle, Auntie Lawana, and Daddy, General Dogon, was our firekeeper. This was my very first sweat, and the whole day was just magical. I was in a space of total openness and healing and excited to cleanse my body and heal from trauma. Daddy and Uncle Ray got the space ready all day, digging the hole for the grandmother and grandfather rocks, going into the mountains to pick those rocks to use in the sweat lodge. And Auntie Delisha and I were in the space doing tarot and oracle readings and chatting and allowing processing for healing. Auntie Delisha was also fixing food and making space for after the sweat divine. I got a lot of time to be in my body and my whole self before the sweat, which started after sunset. Auntie Delisha read me tarot from the Divine Feminine card set, and I drew the card called the Cosmic Egg 3 different times. We shuffled the cards and everything, and the Cosmic Egg continued to appear for me. This is the message of the card. The Cosmic Egg. Where am I ready to expand? I hold the universe within me. I am the force of ever-expanding love. The cosmic egg is the core symbol of the divine feminine's creative force. It is a spiritual motif found in creation myths of countless cultures and civilizations. It represents a birth, a new beginning, or an expansion of life. In the Rig Veda, I'm going to totally fuck this up, I'm sorry. Rig Veda, one of the oldest texts in Indo-European language, the cosmos is described as a golden egg-shaped womb. The entire universe is said to have emerged from it. In Greek mythology, the Orphic egg hatched the primordial, oh god, hermaphroditic deity. Okay. Yeah. That's a hard word for me. I can speak it, I can't read it. Okay. Who then created all the gods and goddesses. This is from the Divine Tarot book, or the Divine Feminine Tarot booklet. So that's why this isn't my writing. It is depicted as an egg of a serpent wrapped 3 times around it. In Egyptian, Chinese, and Polynesian mythologies, among many others, creation begins with an egg. To describe how life begins after death. Oops, I skipped a line. And in the Christian tradition, Mary Magdalene used the egg to describe how life begins after death. In modern cosmology, it is believed that 13 billion years ago, the entire mass of the universe was compressed into a gravitational singularity, the so-called cosmic egg. And from that singularity, the universe has expanded ever since in its current state and continues in this moment to expand even further. All right, I'm almost done with what the book said. When your soul selects this card, Nothing needs to happen. Everything is exactly as it should be. You hold the universe inside of you. All life emerges within you. If you try to exert pressure for something to exist before it's ready, that new life within you won't have time it needs to fully form. The cosmic egg is the essence of the divine feminine. It is the ultimate symbol of the creative force that exists within each of us. It is the dark, loving womb that holds and protects all creative expressions of life. If we allow what's within us to emerge in divine timing, in kairos, or in soul time, then what's within us will transform us. The egg is trust that what is ours can never be taken from us. So there's no need to answer the ego's push to rush the process, to impress others, or to complete something on someone else's timeline. The egg is faith that our process is sacred, that even in the midst of chaos or delay or even death, there's a tendril of new life that needs only our trust to eventually take form. And the egg is the knowing that life begins again after death from within. Okay, that's all of the cards. So that was the cosmic egg card that I pulled 3 different fucking times. This is a side note. This isn't written for Nile. Before the sweat lodge even happened. Okay, let me take a breath, and then I'm going to continue reading what I wrote for Nile. I just had to document that in there. Okay. So I was outside after this, smoking and being in my body, my surroundings, and I found a little red rock, one that you have in your rock collection. And I made sure I was allowed to take this rock off of the land, as it was speaking really loudly to me. The sunset was amazing. It was a bright red sun where we were seeing it, and we were in between mountains, so there was a big opening where the sun was setting. I have pictures of this, so magical. We did the sweat. Daddy was bringing in the grandfather and grandmother rocks, and Grandpa Vernon, Grandma Donna's dad, so that's my grandfather on my mom's side, came to me in a vision during the sweat. We had 4 rounds in which in between we set intentions and goals and our hopes and dreams and desires. Mine were to align and ascend to uplift humanity while uplifting myself. I meditated on world peace and collective living and my health and well-being. I did yoga and moved my body as I needed during the sweat. I was cleansing my body and soul and was coming into my purpose with an amazing spiritual support and love which I had been lacking all my life. I didn't get any messages from my Grandpa Vernon, but he was definitely present for me. We were in the sweat for a few hours, and we had to drive home about an hour and a half. When we got home, I had to use the bathroom, and much to my surprise, I was bleeding. That was the moon that made you possible, my Nile. I had only had one other moon in 2018, and that was in April while I was at Grandma Jean's funeral in Chicago. This was the moon that cleared the path for you. I really came into who I am within the months of October and November, fully embracing the label and identity of a witch, a healer, a medicine woman, a past lifer who has come to this planet to help humanity ascend into a deeper understanding of self and collective and the mysteries and synchronicities of the entire universe. We got our puppy about 2 weeks after this. We got Cosmo, and he brought you to us. He showed us that we were ready and capable of being a mommy and daddy, and we have so much love to offer you. Remember, I'm writing this before I left. Anyway. So I spent most of the fall starting new projects, embracing my found whole identity and calling, and I had several feelings that I was pregnant. Now, this was a big idea for Daddy to comprehend due to some things that happened back in 2017. Side note, that's the story time about the mental health stuff. And I haven't even really gone into 2017 because I'm not quite ready to. But anyway, back to Niall's writing. I was pregnant very early on, and Daddy's pops, your Grandpa Jody, passed away as I was welcoming spirit babies into my womb. This was not the right time, and I had some lessons to learn before you could come to me, Niall. I endured a lot of trauma due to the loss of the babies that came in March 2017, but like the cosmic egg card tells us, we cannot hurry something that is not ready. This was and still is a lesson that you are teaching me. Life is a process of change, growth, transformation, which I was just telling you this morning while you were on my chest eating breakfast. So he was like a month old at this time. Life is about revolution, transforming and growing. You teach me this every day, that we are not stuck in these false identities others have of us. We are beings who are on this planet in this time of complete chaos and war, that we're made to be raw, and that we are able to grow into our beings, and that we are to grow into our beings. We are given a body on this planet, and we are so much more than just a body. We are energetic beings. We are the light and vibration of the entire universe in these limiting bodies, and Earth challenges us on the daily to be at war within ourselves. I would argue society. But we, dear Nile, are raw beings who are here to live. So that's Nile's creation story. A couple side notes. Sorry about like feeling like I was reading aloud in class while I was reading that other shit. Anyway, a couple side notes. So when I was pregnant, Nile came through two different ways. He chose his name, and he told me who he was. I was doing a meditation, taking a bath, and he was born in the bathtub. The next story time is going to be about the free birth. Anyway, I was doing a meditation in the bath. I was about 4 months pregnant. And I was peeling an orange, like, you know, a little cutie orange. I was just eating a snack in the bath, being pregnant, right? And I had my eyes closed while I was peeling this orange, and I put, like, the peel on the side of the bathtub. Just whatever. I was going to put it into the bath. But anyway, like I said, I was doing a meditation. I was looking for whatever, communication. I peeled. I fucking shit you not. And I have no record of this. I peeled the number one, but like the number one that looks like it has got like the little hook and the little, yeah, that one, the fancy one. I pulled that, and then so I pulled 2 pieces of orange peel off I practiced making those flowers. And so it said 1, and then I fucking peeled the rest into a penis and a ball sack. It was crazy. And not only that, but like the stem of the orange was literally the whole of the penis that I fucking peeled. I shit you not. So it was one boy, and it was like fucking insane. And then he also sent me a message in the tree outside my bedroom. And this is how he chose his name, because like we had been talking. I'm very spiritual, so you know, whatever. But there was like a blue ribbon, but like the ribbon looked like it was like falling down, and so it looked like the Nile River. And so I knew I didn't have any like ultrasounds or anything to confirm. I had like one ultrasound the whole time. But like he sent me those messages. So I just wanted to share this creation story because it's really beautiful and very magical. And I have to let you go. Okay, bye.